I come from South Yorkshire, Rotherham area, between Doncaster and Sheffield. My earliest recollection of the Second World War would be, I can recall that first seeing a barrage balloon, which to a youngster, seeing a great big silver barrage balloon in the air, wondered what it were, and it was my father that explained that the war had just broke out, which were in September, and they were there to stop planes coming in towards the town, because the town were on the valley, the steel belt, and it would be a prime area for Germans to bomb, because it was part of the armaments were made, and cast iron and steel run right from Rotherham up into Sheffield, and everybody expected that it would be targeted by German bombers to slow the output of munitions. And then, of course, here in them days, you weren't supposed to take part in discussions with grown-ups, but you heard things, and you heard them talking about the war just starting, and what it would mean to us as a country. And then one of my other earliest accounts were that we had loads of soldiers coming to town, and these soldiers had got bandages on their heads and arms in slings, and we as youngsters detected from as grown-ups that these soldiers had come back from France, and that we were being billeted in the big houses that were round about. So later on in life I took it that they're probably soldiers that had come back from Dunkirk, and we was always under a threat because of this, solely because of steelworks, and we were forever having air raid sirens going, so, and in and out in shelters, and at times to youngsters that were like being out camping, or it were a funny thing for us to do, like, but it was serious as far as his parents were concerned. And then they did attack, one night they did drop incendiary bombs down through the valleys, and it was only because them incendiary bombs had been put out early that they missed the steelworks again. Well, my dad worked at one of the steelworks, and of course he was concerned that everybody thought that they'd attack the steelworks eventually, and the steel industry. And this steel industry run for about 9 miles from just outside Rotherham on the River Don, right up into Sheffield, so they were a big target. And then one day we come home from school, and my dad said, "You're not going to school tomorrow, we're going outside town, taking you away." And he took us out to a village. How he'd come to know these people out in this village as we don't know, but he took us out because he were concerned, because of the closeness to the steelworks we were, that the civilians would come under it as well if there were any bombing happening. So we were like going on a little holiday to kids, and we had little cases packed, and we went out to these people in these villages, and they took us in, and we stopped there for a week. Then we come back home, and we were at home a few more weeks, and then my dad said, "Come on, you're off again," because they were talking within the steel industry, or his mates, that they'll get us, and my dad thought, well, they'll get us out. So we we spent quite a bit of time out in town on different occasions, like refugees if you like, to get us away from, if it were, they were going to bomb the steelworks. And then one time we'd moved to a mining community just outside Rotherham, which were like a village, and they come that night and bombed Sheffield, missed all the steelworks and bombed all the commercial area and the shops and things like that, but not one of them hit the steelworks. And that was the reason were because they used to come and drop flares, and they were so good at putting these flares out there, the local people who had this particular job to do, that the German bombers missed all the steelworks and completely bombed Sheffield city centre. They laid it low, which didn't actually affect the production of the steel industry.